My first focused mobility exercise is going to be the world's greatest stretch. I like this movement for a lot of reasons, but mostly to go ahead and allow my hips to be taken through ranges of motion that they don't commonly feel. So let me take you through the basic starting point for this, and then we'll progress from there. First and foremost, when I do the world's greatest stretch, I like to use a platform, either a 4-inch box or my Slant-Board to start the movement. I often find that if I can go ahead and start with an elevated surface, it's going to allow me to go ahead and progress into it a little bit more gradually. That seems to work better for me as I've aged. So let's go ahead, we put the left foot up, we put the Slant-Board down, and what I'm working on is trying to get my forearm onto the box or the Slant-Board. However, in some cases, you may just have to start by just leaving your hands extended and just work at mobilizing and opening up your hips to begin with. Remember, you're going to have time to do this. So just go ahead and let your hips drop and start there before you then bring in the forearm. Once we bring in the forearm, same thing. I'm going to rock back and forth to go ahead and mobilize that hip and work it in different positions. You'll find as you go forward, it's less. As you drop back, it's more. Eventually, I'm going to work my arm further down onto the Slant-Board. The goal is obviously to get it onto the floor, but we'll start at a more of an elevated surface. Now, a couple of things you can work on this with. You can also put the hand behind the head and work on doing a little bit of thoracic or mid-spine rotation. I like to take this through and really open up and allow myself to mobilize through that mid-spine. You can also go ahead and just work on a little bit of hamstring mobility coming out of it. Just letting that knee straighten out, back down, straighten out. And then back yourself back into the forearm position. These are all ways to go ahead and work at doing the world's greatest stretch. When I come out of it, one of the things I like to do is just mobilize my hip by taking it back and doing some hip circles before I go to my opposite side. So let's go ahead and let's challenge the world's greatest stretch. Let's let you work on that as a 5-minute focused mobility session.